Listen, yeah, I think this is on the way. But I would not call it a culture of nostalgia. I would say it's a culture of laziness. We did everything. We don't have new ideas. So let's take all the superheroes and you know, for everybody that is 60 years old already, or 40 years old, 50 years old, or seen those movies already, you can complain as much as you want, but we are doing movies now for the new 15, 16, for everybody that is 15 to 25 right now. And let's take all the same heroes and the same stories, and we just redo them with last time my wife was watching with her sister, I think it was Cinderella on Amazon, and it was the same story, but everybody was singing, and it was like full of singers, Camila Cabello, black people, minorities, groups, different like it's like, let's do the same stories, but yeah, let's change the hero from a white man to a black girl, and let's add a few lesbians here, a few gays here, a few this, one trans, one this, or like, and I understand that it's amazing to include people in all these stories, but people are lazy. Like, do something new. Like, that's what I love about Black Panther. Black Panther was a Marvel hero that they never used in a movie. So when they brought that new movie, and they brought everything with it, they created something, and nobody was complaining about, oh, why didn't you use a Chinese person to do Ghost in the Shell? Why didn't you use why would you want to do a James Bond being a black guy? Like, they did something completely new and it made sense. And I think that there's more politics involved in entertainment and less creation and less being inventive and writing good stories. It's more, yeah, let's make people happy. Let's put a woman black and she's the hero, and she's like if it didn't exist before, like if Alien didn't exist, like if Terminator was the mom of, like if Sarah Connor was not a badass before. And it's more like, oh, let's satisfy the Chinese, let's satisfy these people, let's satisfy the people who will pay to see those movies. But the stories, either it's the same stories over and over again, or either it's bad stories and just politics. And I'm longing for something great. Like, that's why I watch a lot of Korean series, because since I know nobody in there, they do some nice stuff. They do some nice stories. They do some their gangster movies are amazing. Their fun movies are amazing. You see what I mean? Like, I tend to be a little tired of obvious winks at different groups. Like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, but what does it have to do with the story? Like, and this is the problem of the world today. People want to force you stuff all the time. Everybody wants to force you something. And back in the days, you would be like, yeah, cool, let's include stuff. But the story, yeah, but we need to put, yeah, but it doesn't have nothing to do with the story. Yeah, but no, I mean, it's like, and yeah. So I don't know if we can say nostalgia culture. I would say laziness. But hey, where do I get all my energy? I don't even know. I guess it's not really a question of energy. It's a question of knowing how to reinvent yourself, and knowing how, when it's time to change, when it's time to do something else, when it's time to try something else. So I just finished the painting now. I mean, I'm not done, but that's my new one. Oof. I don't know if you will see anything, but you'll see nothing. Wait. It's a Corcovado, but I mean, once it's done, I'll show it better. But it's this thing where, where is it? Oh, yeah. It's this thing where, if I'm not, and I've never been scared of trying new stuff, and reinventing myself, and going from making beats to rapping to singing to producing to mixing to whatever I feel like doing, or even having a show. And I know when it's time to make some space, a mental space, to leave something behind and add something in the place of that. So a lot of people are asking me, when am I going to do shows, for example? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing something else right now. Whenever there's a good opportunity and people are ready to pay a good amount, I'll leave what I do to go do that. But that's not my priority anymore. I think the problem of most people in the world is that they don't know how to let go something. So if they see themselves as a rapper or a singer or an entertainer or whatever, they are not able to see themselves as a shop owner, or somebody who works at a restaurant, or build a hotel or whatever. Like, it feels like people have one dream and that's it, and they work hard to try to reach the dream, and maybe because they never reach it, they don't have they never ask themselves what else could they do, or if when they do something else, maybe they're frustrated. I work hard, but I'm lucky and blessed enough, I would say, rather than lucky, because it's more a question of working. I'm blessed enough that I have achieved most of my goals that I fixed myself when I was in my 20s. I wanted to make beats, I made beats. I wanted to rap, I rapped until I was done rapping. I wanted to sing, I sang. I wanted to have an album, I had 9. I wanted to have a label and produce other people, help other people reach their potential, did it. So the dreams are all fulfilled. So then you were in a different position. You were not in a position of, oh, what could I do? You're in a position of, yeah, it's done. Since it's done, I could continue doing it, like keep making songs, keep making stuff, but you can also say, okay, this is done. What else could I enjoy, or what did not exist? To give you an example, being an Instagram model, making photos and being paid to do photos, and receiving clothing to post photos for your followers, and being paid for that. This is a job that didn't exist 5 years ago, 7 years ago. It didn't exist. Those are new things that exploded with the internet. Being a streamer didn't exist. Being a gamer, like playing video games and making millions for that, it didn't exist. Like having a box where people can, in the chat here on your phone, you can just go click a button and send $10 to the creators that you like. This didn't exist a few years ago. So with all that the technology is creating, and NFTs, all this, there's so many new things that people can do. And guys like me who achieve what they set their eyes to, I get new dreams all the time. I get stuff that I want to do all the time. I want to do movies. I wanted to act in movie, but maybe I would just do the score of a movie. Maybe I would just write the story, or maybe produce or executive produce them. All these things are so many things that you can do in a life, and some people, they just want to do that one thing. And yeah, I had a great conversation, and we're gonna talk about it, but I guess that's where I get my energy, inspiration, you know. Scream 4. Me, I don't like horror movies. Not at all. There's a lot of recycling stuff. Oh, you liked it? Me, listen, I didn't watch it. I was exactly here, working on mixing my music, and my wife and her sister were there watching TV, and I was hearing them sing and sing and sing, and I was like, oh my god. But hey, maybe it was fine. I don't know. I didn't really watch it. Dalia, how are you? Hello, notre stream royalty Sirène des Îles, comment ça va? I think they go overboard trying to include people from every demographic in the same movie. It comes out hypocritically correct. Nothing to add. That's exactly this. Sometimes I'm like, yo, oh, let's put this here. Oh, we need an Indian person. We need and you're like, I mean, okay. The thing is, I love the inclusion. I love to see people from all colors in a movie. But when it's done just to fill a case and put a check mark, I'm like sometimes it's not even that it makes sense or not. Sometimes I don't care. There's a lot of times that I'm like, really? Like, did we need that one? Like, and yeah, it's the problem of all these people. Like, Hollywood is really like bathing in this thing where a lot of people believe, rightfully, that art is a great place to change mentalities, but instead of using it in a very subtle way, they just go overboard. They just like abuse it, and yeah, sometimes it makes no sense. But hey, what are we gonna do?